Today I'm going to show you how to prepare your tools for stamping. If you've never stamped before, you'll need to do these two things to make sure that you get the best out of your tools and that you're ready to go. So the first thing we're going to do is, this is our brand new stamping plate. You can see how it's blue. That's because there's a very thin film on top of it that protects it during the manufacturing process. However, this blue film fills in the etching that we need to use when we're stamping. So the first thing we need to do to prepare to stamp is to take that film off. Generally, the easiest thing to do is to start in a corner, and I can just work that film away from the plate. Once I've got the edge up, I can just peel that all off in one quick go and in one sheet. Okay, so that's our plate ready to go. Now, this film, toss it in the bin, we don't need it anymore. Obviously, you'll only need to do that once for every plate. But that plate's now ready to stamp. Okay, the second thing you need to do is we need to prepare our stamping head. Now, as you can see, this stamping head is actually quite shiny. It's had some release agent in the mould when it was manufactured. And that makes it slightly sticky, but definitely shiny. And sometimes that shine can prevent you from picking up a really clear image. Now, there's a really easy way to get rid of that shine and to make sure that you get the best performance out of these stamping heads. You'll find in some of our kits, we give you a little white piece of foam. It's not just packing foam, it's called a primer block. It's made out of melamine, which is the same stuff that they make magic erasers out of. And this will allow you to really gently take the shine off the top of that stamper head. So I just use mine dry. You can use them wet too. It's a simple process. Flip the head over, just like that, and just rub it really gently on the foam. Now you can see now that there's a dull patch where I've rubbed that over. So I'm just going to keep going. I'm being very gentle. I don't need to be rough with this. If I'm rough, I might damage the stamper head by pulling on it. This is a fairly soft one too. This is one of our medium soft ones. So I'm just very carefully making my way around the stamper head. You can see that I've nearly got it all now. Nearly got all of that shine off. And that will make sure that once it's gone, I'll get a nice clean image. So I'm just going around, twisting it to make sure that I get the whole surface made matte instead of shiny. So that's done. The last step is we might have a little bit of pieces of, you can see a little white dot there. There may be a little bit of dust on my stamper head, which I'm going to remove. Easy to remove. I've just got a cotton pad with a little bit of acetone in it. I'm just going to wipe my stamper head over with that, just to remove any little particles. And that's done. All nice and clean. Now this is the only time I will use acetone on a stamper head. Acetone will eventually degrade my stamper head, and then you'll find that pieces start breaking off because it gets weakened. Okay, so cleaning the stamper head, going forward, I'll use a roll of packing tape or a lint roller to remove any leftover polish on my stamper head. But that stamper head's ready to go. It's going to pick up much more cleanly now that that process is done. And that's the two things you need to do when you're getting ready for stamping. Hope this has helped.